What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I am going to be playing some more Planet Zoo. So in this episode we are going to be creating another new zoo. We've created two zoos before, but I want to create a sandbox zoo because there are two good things about sandbox zoos. You don't need Wi-Fi for them, and you get like no worries about anything. You can make everything free if you want to, and it's just they're quite good actually. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create one, and I'm definitely gonna go in North America because I've got one in England, Australia, and now it's gonna be North America. I'm gonna call this zoo. Meryl Zoo. And medium difficulty and flat. So what I'm going to do first in this zoo is build an entrance like you would usually do with like any zoo. And then from that I'll add some animals. So what I'm thinking of having a big plaza area when you walk in, surrounded by walls that come off the entrance, and then like areas expanding off to different types of biomes. One of the good things about sandbox mode is you can completely delete this first structure. But what I might do is just for now, I'm not going to keep that forever, but for now, keep that. And what I think I'm going to do is just head straight into a time lapse to get the entrance building done. Alright, so we're hopping into a time lapse. So what I'm kind of doing in this area is just building an entrance building, which is it's kind of just as straightforward as that. It's a quite modern looking entrance building. It has two main colours and two main materials: wood, planks and plaster. So that's what is going to be put in. Also guys, I want to thank you for 50 subscribers. We just hit that yesterday. I'm going to be trying to make a video at least once every 2 days, whether that's a short or a proper video. And maybe once a day. I'll be doing it for once a day for a bit. I probably am not going to keep that because I'm kind of enjoying Planet Zoo at the moment, so I'm probably just going to upload like one a day. But yeah, I'm aiming for one every 2 days. So that's that. Right, so we're just putting this little grill kind of pattern in for the front of the entrance building. I do like the thing, but it's the kind of like the grill design, but it's quite hard to implement when you're trying to duplicate it and then select all of them. It's just quite hard. So I've kind of finished the main front building, and now I want kind of like a little planter with an animal in the front of it. So I decided to make it a circular one, and I just put the mulch in the kind of thing, so it just actually looks like dirt, because it will be really hard to do that with like normal, like the terrain editing. And now I'm looking for a statue. I think the one that I eventually find, yeah, is the elephant, which kind of looks quite good. And then I have the idea to put the lettering out the front on that. But I think I changed that, and I put the lettering on the front of the building, the big building. And then I eventually replaced that there with the welcome sign. So what I think there's like a little cut there. I think the game crashed. Luckily it automatically saved, I think, so I didn't lose much. So I'm just trying to do some edges onto the edge of this building, and I'm kind of messing around with these arches, and I actually do quite like the look of it. So right now I'm just going to look at some inspiration for it and kind of just carry on. So it had a little pause there, and yep, we got another little pause. And what I'm kind of doing is just surrounding it with the wood planks, just because I like the wood planks, so I'm trying to introduce them more. This is where I put the sign. I move the sign, then I kind of just move that over and get some ropes and put the ropes in it. Here I get some ropes. I was actually quite surprised that they actually existed, because I didn't think they existed. But I'm just going to put some ropes in. I think there's quite a long break here. But yeah, so what I'm trying to do is just build this entrance building. I think I'm eventually putting flowers in where the wood floors are. So this break should be over now, yeah. So I'm kind of deciding whether to do long ones or short ones. I kind of vary between the two. And now I'm kind of putting an overhang, so the ropes are actually hanging from something. And so I've got to duplicate this building and put it on the other side, so it's equal, because I was thinking on just having it on one side, but then I decided on having a wall going around the whole structure, the whole courtyard, I'm going to call it. It's kind of like a courtyard. It's just going to have like one habitat in and some exhibits in. And basically this wall is actually quite big, so it's a bit of a big courtyard, so I might have multiple habitats. But I'm kind of just playing around with how the different textures, the different wood shapes look. I think I just decide on having mainly archers, but with the 1 meter wall on top. So now what I'm trying to do is just duplicate all of these things. As I said, it's quite hard, just because I want to put it on the other side so it looks a bit better. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put some flowers in. I think this is where I put the flowers in. I'm looking for the planted floor, and I found it. I thought it was in construction, but it turns out it's not. It's actually in nature. And just putting some flowers down. I think on the other side I end up duplicating them, which probably isn't a good idea because it looks really repetitive. I think I moved some of the flowers around to kind of combat that, but I don't think it exactly works that well. So here I'm just duplicating, or attempting to duplicate these flowers, but on the other side. So yeah, I'm just duplicating them, but then as you can see it looks quite repetitive, so I just move some of them around to try and make it look less repetitive. And now what I'm trying to do is just select all of these. I found out you can actually group select, like drag and select all of them, which is a lot easier than trying to select them all yourself. So now I'm just putting these walls around, and also I want to check how big the whole plot is, so that's what I did there, just because I want to make sure I'm not making this courtyard too big. Even though I honestly, looking at it now, I think it is a bit too big, but I mean, we roll with it. So here I'm getting the corners in and trying to sort out the paths and all that. Eventually the paths work and I finished the courtyard. So I think we're going to have to call it for a time lapse there, and hopefully I'll see you in the next episode. Enjoy the cinematics.